This is an uncensored podcast about sex, sexuality, gender, and body stuff. Listener discretion is advised. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the person or persons sharing them. Some names have been changed to protect the anonymity of its participants. Hi, Lexi.
Hi.
Hi, Lex Luthor, baby Lex Luthor. That's what I'm calling him until we figure it out.
Okay.
So I was like, we can't talk about the election, but I feel like we totally can.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about it in the shower, which is a place where I have all my good thoughts. And I'd love to talk to you about, obviously, being a new mother. There's a dead squirrel.
Yeah.
I just said the words new mother while you almost ran over a dead squirrel. And then we could talk about, like, abortion.
Okay.
Because that really gets us excited.
Yeah, I guess I vote.
But I also just wanted to see how you're doing.
I'm a little tired today, but in a good way.
We're driving to something called a baby gym.
Baby gym.
Which I think they have, like, really lightweight barbells.
The squat rack is, like, really low. And there's, like, a little gentle sauna.
I didn't know you knew the word squat rack.
You know, I'm a woman of many things.
Colors. When I left South Carolina, like, so many people got me going away cards that I told my students, because I always, like, riff while I'm getting ready to teach my yoga class. And usually it's, like, really weird shit, and they're all like, what the fuck? But I said, like, I was literally holding a card in my hand, and someone came up to give me another card, and I was like, oh my god!
Aww.
I was like, you guys, this is too much. Like, I have too many cards. Like, I could literally, like, make a coat out of all the cards I have, and it'd be my coat of many cards.
Your coat of many cards.
And then I could win a Grammy and be rich.
You know that, where was I gonna stop? I wonder if, like, the first person saw someone, like, give a card to you, and then they were like, oh shit, I gotta get him a card, and then it just, like, really snowballed from there.
I'm not sure, because everyone seemed to corner me real privately, like, very intimately, and where I couldn't escape. And and also some people left cards. Like, a woman bought me a toaster.
Why?
A red toaster.
Why?
Well, everything she owns is red, and she thought I should have the same curse put on my life.
Yeah, see, now she's, like, dictating the colors of a kitchen you don't even have.
Correct. So now I'm going to have a black and white kitchen with a red toaster.
You could just go all in with, like, a patriotic theme and start getting blue things.
Oh, man.
It's really on
Blue.
brand. How many forest-long hugs did you have to suffer?
I had a bunch of hugs. One woman said she wasn't going to let go of me. Oh, that was my mom. Yeah, there was a lot of hugging. Honestly, if I'm being paid, I'll do anything with my physical body, almost. So, like, if I'm on the clock and you want to hug me, like, you want to spank me, you want to
Give you, like, a little shoulder rub.
cut my hair, yeah, just whatever. A little shoulder rub is not allowed.
That's too far.
Yeah. You have to have a full hand. It can't be, like, just the ends of your fingers like you like to do.
Why do people do that?
You do that!
I don't do that!
You're doing it right now! So weird. Oh my god, there's an elephant. He's got a... Baby Lex has a book that makes animal sounds. Because that's, books have to be nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they allow that kind of thing. It could be a banned book soon.
I'm going to say, yeah.
It'll be like, you can't teach them about African animals.
No, that's not going to work for them.
I know. They're going to start going after the zoos next.
I mean, that book also offers words in Spanish, so...
Oh my god, that is like deport.
Yeah.
Deport the Spanish.
Straight to jail.
Well, I listened to a really awesome Vice interview on the toilet at your house, and that's why it took so long. But it was like a conversation with a white nationalist, and of course the reporter was like Asian American, and I say that because they always send someone of color to like interview white supremacists from Vice. It's like, oops. Like they sent a black guy to interview like KKK people or something. Oh wow, just a suggestion. Yellow lights are a suggestion around here. Oh, I'm really surprised that you have some nice foliage.
Yeah, we do get some here.
We're in Lexington.
Yes, we've already peaked. We're post-peak.
Oof. I know, they're going to be so past post-peak when I get to Michigan. Past post-peak. I really like it here. I had a little meltdown last night and was saying, like, I don't like it. It's like 90 South. It's like, I feel like I'm in North Carolina. And then I couldn't believe, A, that I was driving. B, that I wasn't in North Carolina. I, like, was like, wait a second. I'm having this, like, baby meltdown, and I don't even know where I am. That was weird.
It was a weird day. Yesterday was a weird day. Like, I remember when Roe v. Wade got overturned, and it just felt like such a weird day all day.
Mm-hmm.
And this is obviously worse because it's a lot more than just that.
I mean, to find out that Trump won, the Senate was taken by the Republicans, the House was taken by the Republicans.
Did you see RFK Jr. tweet about like the FDA being put on notice? He was like, "Watch out, we're bringing back raw milk, and we're gonna just shut you all down." It's like, if I were you, I'd be worried about your jobs.
Honestly, I'm okay if they bring back raw milk because it's your choice if you want to drink it.
Yeah,
and
true.
When the outbreak happens and everyone is like, like it's gonna blow up in someone's face. Unfortunately, the problem we're having is that people are either stupid, like the American people, they're either stupid or they're uneducated or they're brainwashed, and they can literally, I think we should wait for that. They literally can tell us that it was completely just someone else's fault. Like one day they can say one thing and the next day they can say a completely different thing, and then all the people just go, yep, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, these people, and I know everyone keeps comparing Trump to Hitler, but these people are in the right place for another like Holocaust.
Well, that's the thing, right? We were
Mentally.
talking about this last night, where it's just, is this how it happened, where people just were like, no, it's really not so bad. You're being dramatic. And then it just snowballs worse and worse and worse.
Yeah. It's just, there's so much complacency. There's so much, whatever that's called, delusion. Oh, okay. What's up, Lex?
You see a cat?
Cat? What about truck? Do you see a truck?
Not now, I guess.
I see a couple trucks.
Yeah, you see a truck?
Every once in a while, it sounds like he's saying cuck. And I'm like, no, Uncle JB's not here. Oh, I thought about that joke in the shower.
Does he not have a...
I think of JB in the shower a lot. He's Gen Z JB, even though he's too old to be Gen Z, but he's the youngest person I know.
What's the cutoff?
Right before JB. I don't know. I know millennials to like 98 or something.
So he's a zillennial?
He's like an immature millennial.
Yeah.
He's like, he's just a really late millennial. See, I'm an early millennial, so that's why I hate him. Just kidding. He's like one of my brothers now.
Yeah, I feel like you've just adopted him.
Yeah. I miss the husband.
Yeah, we miss you guys.
The husband's one of my... Well, you don't miss him. You live with him.
No, we miss...
Oh, you miss me? Okay. and JB.
Gen Z JB.
Gen Z JB. We're all related. It's very incestuous, this podcast.
Yes. Priscilla. It's like...
Priscilla's not related to us.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, I'm also not related to any of you. Oh, dear. But yeah. Oh, I like that there's bike lanes all over this town.
Yeah. I'm going to pull you up in front of the store to get our
You want to go in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's smart.
Because I already ordered them. They're just getting ready.
Okay. And is this the Starbucks inside of the
Inside
Kroger?
the Kroger, yeah.
Oh, dear.
And we are boycotting Starbucks, but I have a gift card, so...
I have a gift card. I have like 7.
There's this girl that works with the husband who's been like a little bit, I don't know. He says that if I met her, like it would not seem weird, but like she gave him a $50 Starbucks gift card, and I feel like that's a lot.
Is she older than him?
I don't know. He just keeps saying like, no, really, like it's not a thing. Like he's like not like that.
Is she a sugar mama?
I don't know what the deal is.
Well, if he keeps wearing those kinds of pants that he was wearing this morning, I can't imagine why she doesn't want to pay for it. Oh, look out for that guy. And this guy right here who's about to get hit by him. Oh, man. That's not how that song goes.
Oh, that's that.
Is the Starbucks on fire? For fuck's sake. Today can't be any better. Okay, I'm going to pause this. That Kroger was fucking humongous.
Yeah, it's
Also, there was like this woman who gave me this flyer. It's about like they're doing donations for single mothers.
Oh.
For a community baby shower. Go ahead. Oh, you go, we go.
This was so
She like
chaotic.
hits us now.
I don't know, it's just because I'm tired, but I just feel like not up
Yeah, you
for
need to take a
this.
sip of that. Is the baby gym Hooters?
Yes.
Or is it Sassy Fox upscale consignment? Ooh, I might go consign. No, I want to watch. I know, I want a baby gym. JGD eyebrow threading. Do you know?
Also on that flyer?
No. But I was like, ooh, I'll give this to my friend. She has a baby. And the girl was like, well, she might need help. I was like, no, she'll deliver. She'll get diapers for you. She likes to waste money on other people. Are you going to park there? Can that woman get through?
Oh, she's gonna throw her baby and it's gonna take her.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that baby should just... Nope. It's going to say something about abortion. When it's convenient for me. Yeah, I think we can get a better spot. Oh, that's a cute dad. He kind of looks like a sly fox.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
Such a good spot.
I knew it. I knew we would
Right
get
in front of the gym.
a better one. But there's something called Mathnasium. God, this place is just all about being better.
Landline. This is probably fine, right?
I'm gonna buy you a car with a camera system.
Please do.
Oh
I
my
love
god.
that.
You say am I on the line more than I say where's my phone.
Freeze, birdies and birdie parents. Now, can you go walk but stand inside your hoop? Moms and dads, if you have a non-walker and they need help, that's great. Let's give it a try.
This is like a jam.
Feels like I can't resist.
He's going to the bathroom. Like the actual room. Is this approved child music? Very trippy. Sounds like my theme song.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have to talk to them?
Well, so my friend who does this, she's like, no, I don't talk. I just like wave and like stay in the car. But I always feel the need to like get out and like help them load the car.
I do. I understand that.
There's just no way I could just like sit here like be like, you know?
Well, I know people that pick up their groceries through Instacart at Publix and they just like open the thing. They don't get out. And I'm like, this is not even COVID anymore.
Yeah, like during COVID or if you were sick, I think that definitely makes sense. But like...
Well, and this is a service that's awesome for moms.
Yes.
And it's awesome for old people.
Yes.
But the kinds of people I see doing it are just like lazy.
I know, I think sometimes people are just like, meh, I just don't feel like it.
And with Instacart, sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, you're fine.
I got really passionate about this. With Instacart, they don't have to tip the shopper. Hey, Mama's gonna get the groceries. Mama's getting food. Hey, baby. Mama's getting food. You know food? Ah! Yay! How about this one? How about that one, baby?
I know. We're in that like weird stage right now where it's like, is it gonna be cold? Is it gonna be hot? Yeah.
Gonna eat that?
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, it's okay. Thank you so much.
I found a piece of a snack that I just handed him.
Oh, good. You're the best.
Since we eat old food in this family.
Here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Aww,
You too.
he's cute.
He was so sweet. Did you hear him? He
What
was
did he
like,
say?
stop. He's like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I was like, well, I just want to help. And he was like, you know what would be really helpful? I was like,
That guy's hot.
hit me. I'm ready. He was like, get back in the car.
You asked him to hit you?
I
What?
said, he said, you know what would be really helpful?
What? If you get back in the car?
Yeah, that's what he said. He was really sweet.
He really said that?
Yeah.
He's like, you know what would really help me, bitch? Just shut the fuck up and
I
get
know.
in
Get
your
out of my
fucking
face.
car.
He's like, I had to like pause my podcast because now you're like out here trying to.
Oh, I love that he's listening to podcast. Did he say that?
No, I was just making that up.
I hope he's listening to my podcast.
Should we go knock on the Red Bull car door?
That is like an Elon Musk,
I know, it looks like a.
Red Bull,
I feel like that would kill me. if
big
he
dick mobile.
Ran over.
Tiny dick, big dick. So my two top moments from coming here, well, to
Baby
Lexington.
Gym or like Lexington as a whole?
Lexington.
Okay.
I don't know, it was number one, but now I don't know. Baby Lex Luthor putting a piece of mango in my shoe.
Very gently too.
Just
it was
in
like
front
with
of
a lot
us.
of care.
And me just being like, thank you. And him being like, yep, I knew you needed that. And then the best thing of all so far, I think, has been he just stuck his finger in another kid's mouth.
And then did you see him put the finger back in his mouth after that? I was like, oh, great. Like he was like this, and then he was like,
He just fingered another kid. Now, while we're on the subject of last night, wait, that was a bad segue. Is that the Taco Bell we were at last night?
yes.
Oh, Jesus. That guy's got nice sized calves. Does he look like an inmate? Prison inmate?
I can't see him.
I honestly can't say no to a man with nice calves.
He does have. I like his tattoo. I was trying to see what it was.
I know.
It almost looks like. No, it's like a
I think he
bear.
doesn't have a. Oh, wait, what's the
Oh,
face?
No, he kind of looks like he voted for Trump.
Yeah, but he has his nose pierced.
Oh.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I like a good calf, though. I could hate fuck him. Whoops. So, yeah, well, at some point... Are you laughing? His laugh sounds like a cry sometimes.
Sometimes it's like he's edging into like crying
Yeah.
territory.
He's gooning. As the kids say.
Yeah.
No, Baby Gym was really fun. I realized really quickly that I don't like all children.
No.
What?
Part of being a parent is like suddenly you have to hang out with all these other kids all the
Yeah.
time. And it really freaked me out at first. And I've talked about this with the husband because he's like, one day I left him at the library play area like
Yeah.
really early on. And he was like, oh my gosh, this was terrible. Like I didn't know what to do. They were like stealing things from each other. Like one kid like kind of pushed the and I didn't know if I should like.
And I wanted to punch him.
Yeah, and then he's like, I didn't know the like etiquette. Like, do I talk to the other parent? Do I just do something? Do I like push that kid away?
Yeah, that's so funny. Well, I was like, it was just so, the way it built up with the finger mouth was like, they were both like matching each other's energy. Like we were like, every time your baby approached another baby, we were like, oh, he's gonna slap him.
Yeah.
And then
It's okay.
he approached that boy baby with a humongous head.
So maybe we just have a
Like it
big
was
head.
unusually large. And he was like, I was like, oh, this kid looks like he wants to slap our kid. And I was like, so this is a good match. They're best friends.
They can just like.
And then he just went boop in the mouth.
It was really gentle.
Yeah.
He just was like, let me just
very,
put my finger.
like the most directness he's ever had. Other than when he slaps you in the face. Or the tit.
Yeah. He's a really enthusiastic tit slapper.
I know. He loves a good tit slap. My friends used to tit slap each other. It was like a game they played. It's like a lesbian drinking game. They just slap each other in the tit as hard as they can.
I hate that.
I know. It's for young lesbians that want to be studs.
Because I guess my old straight energy can't handle it.
No, your old straight tits can't handle that kind of slap.
Although they have like no feeling left over after
Well, straight.
15 months of
Oh,
nursing.
mine are absolutely rubbish. They just do nothing. Sometimes someone's like playing with my boob for a good 2 minutes before I even know that they're doing it.
So I can just be sitting next to you like
Yeah,
this.
just tweaking my nip.
Actually, that'd be good for baby because he likes to do that.
Okay, well, he can do it. No one else. Yeah, so, and then like, all the moms seem pretty cool. That one mom seemed like she might have been friends with you. That I don't know what her name was.
I didn't get her name. I haven't seen any of those people before. Usually it's the same group, but we actually we started out on Thursdays, now we're going on Tuesdays because his nap changed.
Oh.
And I had to like remake friends, and now all my friends are in that group.
Oh.
But there's this one girl I usually see on Thursdays that I really wanted to be there because I really like her, but we haven't. It's hard to figure out like the next step sometimes where you're like, hey, should we like hang out outside of this activity?
Yeah.
And I did try that recently, and I feel like I got the feeling of being like shot down for a date, like as a man.
Oh.
Because I met this girl at the, I'm trying not to say girl for women anymore. I met this woman at the Children's Museum, and we were like just small talking a little bit, and then she was like, oh, how old's your baby? And I said the age. She's like, mine is like the same, and then we figured out they were born on the exact same day.
What?
And then we figured out that her older son's name was the same name as mine, and they use the same nickname. Because you know that name has so many nickname options.
Yeah.
And so I was like...
TT? Oh.
And so I was like, oh my gosh. And then we got separated because like there was like a water situation. So later I walked up to her and I was like, should we be friends? You know, like we have these weird similarities.
Yeah.
And she kind of like looked at me and was like, sure, give me your number. And then I saw her like type it in and then just like close the window. It's like, oh. To be fair, I was also in an avocado onesie because it was like a Halloween event.
Oh.
And no other adults were dressed up. It was just me.
Oh, so she thought you were like a lot.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I told the girl that worked there, I was like, for Halloween, we dressed our kid as a caterpillar. I wasn't even here. She's like, yeah, I know, I saw it. We had a boo bash. I was like, oh yeah, well, I get to go home for nap time.
Yeah, so there.
She was like, well, I have a boyfriend.
They're really great there.
Yeah, they are really cute. I came back and they just started chatting with me. I was like, oh. We're talking? Okay. Customer service me. Yeah, I walked down to the consignment shop called Sassy Fox, and they were, it was all old lady, it was all sassy old lady clothes. And I didn't even go in, and then I went down a bit further, and it was a Hooters, and I thought, well, maybe I'll try going the other way. Then I just stopped and drank my coffee and texted 3 people.
Aw.
Yeah.
But you got to be back for the bubbles. Was it worth coming back for?
It was worth coming back for. Though I took a video of our kid getting bubbles, and then I turned around, and when I turned back around, it looked like he'd been crying.
He
and
took
I was
a bubble like straight to the eyeball, I think.
I wondered if he got bubbles in the eye.
Well, because you see them all, like all the kids would just go like, and they get like really close to it, and you're like, you're just taking this like wind of bubbles to the face.
Yeah.
And they just seem to love it.
They just love bubbles to the face.
They do.
I mean, it's essentially just like soap.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess he won't go blind, but...
Look, it's a truck.
Oh my god, there's a big truck over here, TT.
You see it?
Oh my gosh. Chuck. Chuck. Huh? Oh, you had a little hiccup. Uh-oh. Maybe that means we have bubble guts.
Yeah,
That's what JB says all the time.
he does say that a lot.
It's like, I have bubble guts. I'm like, you're an adult male.
You can just say my shit's torn up.
Say my name, say my name. Oh, what are we doing? I know, these roads are kind of weird. I think because people park on both sides, it's a little bit congested.
And they all have driveways. I don't understand why, like, nobody parks in the driveway.
Yeah.
Like, is there some kind of, like, unspoken no driveway rule?
I thought that guy was your husband the other night. He looks nothing like him.
No.
But I was so ready to be done driving.
It's also dark.
Oh.
We're here, baby.
Baby,
you did a good job.
You want food? Is this nap time, like, right now, too?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're here. Yeah, you did so good.
Does that cop ever leave his house?
I think he's on night shift.
Oh.
And, yeah, I've never had seen him before, like, this whole time. And then, like, 2 months ago, I was walking the baby, and he was outside, and I was like, holy shit, that guy is hot. Like, he's so hot. And then, you know what he did? He, like, waved at me with this, like, really sweet smile, and then he, like, crouched down and said hi to the baby in the stroller.
Oh, my God.
And
was he
was
wearing,
like,
military shorts?
I don't even know. I was just, like, looking at his face.
Yeah.
And then I texted Shayma and was like, come outside.
No.
Yeah, but she didn't.
She's like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm faithful to my husband. It's day 3. Wait, it was... What day is it? Is it the 8th? So 2 days after finding out about the state of our country being in shambles. It's actually sunny today, which I thought maybe would never happen.
We were just going to be living in like a gray apocalyptic wasteland.
Yeah.
From now on.
We're learning 4-letter words from a book for the child. Lion, shit. I think the most alarming thing about Trump being president now for me is just that it seems like everyone thinks they can just be terrible people now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just how it seems, but I'm starting to realize that a lot more people voted for Trump than we thought would have. And it's just really weird.
Did you see the ads that George Clooney and Julia Roberts did, where it was like, who you vote for in the booth is a secret, basically saying like, if you vote for, you know, Harris, because did you see these?
No.
So there was 2. They were actually really cute. One, George Clooney was the voiceover, and it was this guy like with all his like hunting buddies, and they were all in camo, and they're like shooting shit, and then like they're like, we know who we're voting for, like indicating probably Trump, and then he goes in and he like circles like Harris, and the voting booth comes out, it's like, yeah, like, you know. And then there was also one that Julia Roberts narrated, and it was a woman and her husband coming in. He was like, we're voting for Trump, and she's like, yeah, and then she votes for Harris, and it comes out, it's like, you know. So they're saying that even if you have to lie, you can still vote for the right person. And now it seems like it was the inverse of that.
Yeah.
It's like all these people were like, yeah, Trump is the worst, and then secretly voted for him.
Yeah. I mean, I still think, like, what you said where people were, like... You saw something, people were carrying signs in Texas or something?
Yeah.
Was it, like, young kids? Young people?
It looked like a mix, but it was at a college campus, which makes me think that...
You think they were students? Or they were, like, just, like...
I don't know.
Trespassers?
You'll have to bleep me, but Becky posted the picture and was just like... And then the article about it. Because I guess, you know, you had said, too, as soon as I said that thing where it was like, what, your body, my choice?
Yeah, your body, my choice is happening right now.
Yeah, so there was that online, and then they were, like, linking it to... It's not just happening online. These people in person with their signs saying that women are property and they miss slavery and...
Bring back slavery, something about homos.
Something bad about homos.
Yeah.
They were not buying God Bless Us Homo tea towels.
Oh, I wish. Yeah, I mean, again, I think that we would have seen some of that before, and it's maybe a select few people, but it is really scary. We're all just trying to keep it together. Poor Becky is, like, seems to be having a really hard time of it, which she's entitled to. I knew a woman when Trump first got elected, she was, like, she got, like, really depressed, and she almost, like, ended her life, and, like, That was like the first time. She just like couldn't believe. It just changed her worldview. She had so much hope for humanity, and then it just really changed her worldview.
I can definitely understand that, because now you're, and then the problem with this one that's worse than the last one is that he won the popular vote. So now you're amongst all these people just thinking you don't care about other people. The price of eggs is more important to you than human rights. And then, I get so sick of people saying like he's going to help the economy too, when that man has not made one business successful of the businesses that were handed to him.
Yeah.
So, like, if you can be given a free business and you have tons of money and you can't be successful, you're not financially capable.
Right. That's right.
Right.
Baby. EI. Well, and you were talking with your friends the other day. We had like a bagel chat with other moms with little babies, and like you guys were talking a lot about. I wish I had just like pulled my phone out at that coffee chat.
Oh yeah.
That would have been totally. That was like a really good opportunity. We were talking just about women's reproductive rights and like how scary it is for, especially moms that like are interested in having another baby but live in a red state and feel like scared that they won't be safe to have another baby.
Well, and there's a person in my life that you know about that said like, oh, we should have a conversation about this, because they refuse to believe that any of the things that I'm telling them are happening based on Roe v. Wade getting overturned are happening. And so they said, let's pull sources and meet together and we'll go through it, because that's just not happening. And when we talked this morning, they were like, hey, I felt really good about our conversation. I found some great peer-reviewed sources that are going to convince you that everything is fine. And I was like, what about the girl who just died last week? And they were like, I haven't heard about that. And like, remember, you can't just take, random stories from CNN. I was like, it's not a random story. It's a well-published news story about something that just happened. But was that a beaver?
That was a beaver.
It's kind of appropriate.
I literally saw a sign that said extremist fetus, and then I saw a beaver while you were talking. There's just everything is coming up beaver today. Oh my god.
Can we get a t-shirt that says that?
Yeah.
But that's just, it's showing me how that conversation is going to go. Like, there's no point in having the conversation, because if you're just going to think that everything I'm saying is not happening.
Also, he said peer-reviewed articles?
Yeah.
So peer review has to do with like scientific study.
And typically those take place over a long period of time. So I don't know.
Yeah. It's not like you wrote a paper and then just had your co-workers read it and then it's peer reviewed. It's like a scientific study, and all of the factual evidence has been peer reviewed. So for him to say, like, you guys are talking about like sociology, like you can't really, I guess you could peer review a study on sociology, but...
Well, but I'm also, because he's saying that that there's no state that wants anything except for no third term abortions. I was like, I don't think that's legal in any state. I don't think that was legal in any state leading up to Roe v. Wade being overturned. Like an abortion in the third trimester, that was never...
Unless something really bad happened.
Right.
And the baby was not gonna be viable, and like the mom was gonna die.
Right.
No one's doing a third term abortion.
Right. But, that's the Trump rhetoric where he's like, they're just flipping them out, and then they're like, you know what, I don't want this baby, and chopping their heads off.
Yeah.
And they're just like, yeah, that sounds right. It's like, what? How is that easier to believe than what's actually happening?
Yeah. I'll tell you too, like, I went through an abortion with a friend, and it was hard for me. Like, there's obviously people who, like, aren't thinking, and they have abortions, and they're just, like, being reckless. Mm-hmm. And maybe they have mental problems or drug problems or something, but, like, if you're having an abortion, it is not something that you do, like... Lightly, yeah. Yes. It is hard, and you live with those choices for the rest of your life. But I still believe that women have to have the right over their own bodies, especially in really dangerous situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you talked about your endo before?
On the pod?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did do an episode.
Yeah.
But And that is definitely something that's talked about a lot because, you know, they're talking about taking away IVF, which I was originally told that was the only way that I would be able to have a baby.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky that they were wrong. But they're saying now, you know, a lot of the Republicans are like, well, IVF, you know, you're getting rid of those other eggs, so what's that if not abortion? They're just changing the meaning of everything to suit, I'm not really sure what purpose.
They also, I think they don't want, there's two things. They don't want gay couples to be able to use alternative methods to have children, but they also don't want women to be able to work and then decide later that they want to have children.
Yeah.
They want women to have them naturally, like when they're 21 years old.
I guess that's a good point that I hadn't considered because I keep wondering what the goal is, and it's like, okay, so probably killing some, limiting options, but that is a good point. It's like, well, if you want them, you better have them quick.
Yeah.
That's it.
You better have them while they're hot. What? Hot eggs.
Hot eggs. Get the hot eggs.
Yeah, it's really insane. I just am like, I mean, there's so many issues that affect people I love, affect me. I mean, like, Roe v. Wade was overturned, but now they're talking about overturning gay marriage and like
interracial marriage.
I know, that is like, because they're just going back, what they're going to do is they're just going to go back to all these previous rulings and put it up to the states. And I guarantee there must be a state out there who just never changed their laws on interracial marriage.
Yeah.
They just said, well, the Fed says we have to allow it, but we're not going to change this. And then one day they'll get rid of it and we'll just, I mean, it's just like, oh my God.
Do you remember when Make America Great Again like first started happening and everyone was like, oh, what, great again when women and gay people didn't have rights or queer people didn't have rights and it wasn't safe if you were black or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh yeah, is that what you guys want? It is, yes. They've just been honest this whole time that that's exactly what they want.
Yeah. But when confronted, they're always like, oh, come on, don't be like that. And you're like, no, that's what it was. No, I just, yeah. The more,
sorry.
No, you go.
I really expected that from a lot of the boomers, you know, the straight white, you know, men, even the, you know, the women married to the straight white men that are super religious and whatever. But what has really knocked the wind out of me is the young people that voted for this.
I honestly think that young people, and I've never wanted to say this, but I almost wonder if they don't understand the severity of what they've done as far as voting for Trump. Because I think that they just look at, and this is a huge generalization, but they just look at who's president as being like a reality show.
Yeah.
They're just like, who's going to be more entertaining over the next 4 years? And like nothing fucking matters.
Well,
I think people don't have any faith in the democratic process anymore. And they almost think we need a complete overhaul, which is what I knew a guy said in the last time Trump was elected. He said, I'm voting for Trump because I want anarchy. I want like this country to like restart. I want it to be like insane. And then
I ended up in the Gen Z subreddit yesterday.
Oh God.
And I was
How did you end up there?
I was trying
Looking
to
for
like
it?
follow this thread of what we're talking about, you know, what happened, and I was really horrified. Obviously Reddit is its own.
Right.
You know, like it's not really indicative of everybody, and it's full of a lot of, you know, I don't know, difficult people, but
Correct.
they all of the Gen Z men posting in there were saying the liberals have been making us the enemy. You know, they've been very anti-male. I'm gonna put it there. And they've been saying that like, oh, like the men are the enemy, and now they want us to vote for them. Like, no, we're not going to. So they feel like liberals, you know, are looking at men and saying that, you know, they deserve to, they're wrong or whatever. So
Yeah.
now they're anti-liberal, which I don't really understand. Like, there has been conversations about male privilege and stuff, but I don't know that people are.
I have heard that young men right now are like really feeling like bashed and insecure, and they're all fucking incelling hard. It's like they're almost paying for what their male ancestors did.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but we all have to deal with that.
I know, there's a process, right? Of
We all
like
get
coming out
bashed.
the other side of that. And it's something that Nate and I have talked a lot about, raising our baby, who's a man, who will be a man. He's
Baby boy!
Baby boy, about
Baby
how
boy
we do
Lex.
it, that he feels secure in who he is, able to show emotions.
Yeah.
Comfortable with his gender, sexuality, all of that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, friends, for listening to this week's episode with Lexi and little baby Lex. I want to apologize for any sound quality that wasn't good, and my sniffling and heavy breathing. I am feeling like the unhealthiest person in the entire world. But I also have to say that I was traveling from South Carolina to Kentucky, and I was maybe 2 weeks after being really, really sick with some kind of throat infection. And my allergies were crazy, and staying in a cat house. So I do apologize for the quality of the recording, but we were making do with what we had on the road. Anyway, guys, please rate, review, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to email us at makesexwithmepodcast@gmail.com, we would love to hear from you. And please, I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're filling your holes with Donald Trump. I hope you're filling your holes with whoever Trump picks for Attorney General of the United States. That's not Matt Gaetz. That's a bad thing. Please don't put that in your holes. Your holes don't deserve that. I'm so sorry. Just buy a dildo. Bye!